Los Angeles Chargers.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Burrow. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. That was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. The catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And a Bengal 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st down, Bengals.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in
and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete to
Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver to get at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Handoff goes to Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
43-yard line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
is a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On first down, Darnold. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Not much there, only a yard. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, the intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Blesson Austin. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Lining up for the extra.
So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you have your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
The first quarter with the score, Chargers 14, Bengals 7.
Second down, here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
2nd
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
Second and 11 now. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 14. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold, eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
as you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It's caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Cincinnati.
Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Gostkowski the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying. I'm running a draw, I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold. Incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. It's Darnold. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 50, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. Incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Shot before the break. Darnold. That incomplete to Joe Reed. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they're going a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brought down at the 39.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Darnold. They almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The 48-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. A gain there of 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Darnold now to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. Again, it's Cook. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
third down. Dalvin Cook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Dalvin Cook with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Cincinnati.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Nixon with a first down carry. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. He's at the 30. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
7 yards there and a first down.
38-yard line. A gain of 7 and a Bengal first down.
Now Burrow on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Quinnen Williams on the stop. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We're going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To Joe Mixon.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
5 at the Chargers' 30-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
To Joe Mixon.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Dalvin Cook.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Chargers on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. From the left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
At the 46-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. It's Darnold. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Darnold. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold. He'll get that complete to Reed. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground. Cook stripped. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
On 1st down, Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 19-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he's good. Burrow loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? On 3rd down, here's Eckler. he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
43-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll take this for a short gain.